Hello, my name is Ryan Espinoza, and I'm a student at Owens Community College in the Physical Therapist Assistant Program. And this is my final professional development video. So I'm going to be going over some improvements of corrective criticism that I received and how it has made me better. So for the first thing, it's going to be patient positioning. There was a couple of times where I was reminded about patient positioning, and it really opened my eyes into how to be a more effective clinician and building that comfort and trust with the patient. Um, also educating the patient. If you're just going to walk in there and put your hands on somebody, they're not going to be too receptive to everything, and they're not also going to believe what you're doing is actually going to be helping them. So the patient education has been huge for me. Um, like even if I'm talking with somebody and just am able to educate them a little bit more before I start diving into things, it seems to make the process a whole lot smoother. Some of the things like throughout life that I've had to go through in doing this program is it's always been a dream of mine, but I've just been too scared and not wanting to put in the effort to do it. Now that I'm here and actually going through it, it's been super rewarding for me. If you come from where you don't think you're smart enough and you put in the time and effort and you actually are succeeding and doing well, it's such a rewarding feeling that you can't describe. So it's also given me courage to take new things into my life where I didn't think I would be able to succeed, or just not be scared of failure and just really try and put my effort into things. And once you achieve that, you can pretty much go for anything. And that's something that I'm very thankful for going through in this class. It's also taught me that it is okay to fail when you do fail. You would have never known how you would have done if you wouldn't have put some effort into it. And then if you do fail, you know you just need to go that much harder. And once you succeed from putting that time in, again, it's such a rewarding experience to be able to go through. And so how I continue to maintain these improvements? Well, for one, before I go and treat a patient, I would just put myself into their shoes and just kind of look at it as, okay, I have somebody coming in here. They think they know how to help me. How exactly are they going to do that? So for me, the patient positioning, one, you're making them comfortable and you're building trust with them. And just with the education, you just got to keep all those things in mind when you go and walk into the room and just try and put yourself in their shoes. Some strangers coming in and thinking they know how they can help you when you may feel like there's no way you can be helped. So I just got to continue to keep that in my mind all throughout this journey I'm going on. And another thing is I'm going to be working on my time management as well. That's super important. It's one thing I didn't really have established before trying to do this, and then especially having a little one running around and doing things, you got to really plan your day out and just make sure you're putting in the appropriate amount of time to be successful. So time management's been really helpful, and just continue to work hard and strive for success is something that I'm going to try and do to help maintain these improvements that I've been given. Also, just work on the small goals. You can't always be looking into the future and expecting to reach that final goal. You have to take care of the little steps in between to get there. And that's definitely been something that has been helping me get through it. Obviously, you have like these quizzes that you got to go through, and you're just like, well, I got to do good on this quiz, and then I got to do good on this next exam, and then I got to do good on this next practical. And it's just these smaller goals, and having them success just really builds up the courage and lets you know that your hard work that you're putting in is paying off, and it's just getting you closer to that bigger dream. So one way that I'm going to maintain these improvements is just working from a smaller goal standpoint and then eventually getting to that higher goal standpoint. Two ways these improvements are going to help in my career. Well, the one, just planning time out with my patients, using the time I do have and being a lot more effective in it, just really putting my nose to the grindstone and getting things figured out in between patients will just help me be more successful. Also, just having better communication with the patient. referring to education and what we're going to be doing. I think that's really important in building comfort and trust with your patient. Also, the adversity that I have faced and overcoming it and just being successful in that just gives me the courage to go out and help treat others. If something doesn't work, you just continue to work hard at it and maybe try and find a different avenue that's going to work for them and could turn out successful for you. This class has really helped me prepare for clinical. For one, just how to educate the patient, building trust and rapport with them. Also, patient comfort has been important. And again, the positioning has also been super huge. If you're working with somebody and you don't have them in the most comfortable position, they're not going to listen to you. They're just going to be focused on how uncomfortable they are. So it's another thing too with the education on the patient. If you're not educating them well, they're not going to know what's happening, and they may not have that right mindset of what you're doing is going to help them out. It's kind of like a placebo effect. If you start educating them and saying, hey, this is what we're doing, this is going to help you out, and this is why it's going to help you out, I think it'll really start improving your patient's health a lot more. Also, it's just like having to have the hard work and being able to succeed. This class has really shown me that if you put the time and effort into things, it does pay off. And I feel like in the clinic, when you're working with people and you are struggling and you are coming against adversity, but you really want to help this person, just know that you need to keep driving and just have more success in that manner. But so far, my closing thoughts on this is like, I'm just so grateful to be in a position to where I have the means to go through this program, and also just to have this opportunity to really challenge myself. And I'm getting a lot of reward out of it, and believing in myself and being able to do things that I didn't think were possible before. It's been so helpful. And honestly, it's kind of a privilege to be able to go through such a thing, to be able to help heal others. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and now that I'm here pursuing that, it's like I couldn't be any more grateful, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity. It's been really good, and I'm so happy with everything so far. Yes, it has been stressful at times, but I feel like a little stress is good to mold the steel. So you just got to keep trucking right along and just keep that end goal in mind and just keep hitting the small goals. And I'm honestly really excited. I want to get down to getting out there and help heal others, and just get out there and be able to take care of myself and my family, and just whatever education I've gotten doing this, be able to help them out, in their daily life. It's very important for me to be able to help others. So, again, just so excited and grateful for this opportunity. Thank you, and have a nice rest of your day.